Hey y'all. Okay, so y'all know me. I go do Bikram yoga almost every day, so I usually look like this. So instead of me not doing videos, I just figured everyone's just gonna have to get used to it. So I wanted to tell you guys today about pendulums. I actually discovered this a couple weeks ago, and I thought it was really, really cool. So I'm gonna kind of tell you what it is, how it works, what it's doing. I feel like this is something that people can get a little bit squeamish about because it seems kind of woo-woo, but it's science. So there's a type of science called applied kinesiology. If you're not familiar with it, look it up. It's called muscle testing. You can actually test the strength of a statement if it's true or false. People use this a lot with holistic healing practices. My chiropractor uses it. It's kind of a pretty common method of diagnosing things with more holistic practitioners. It's been around for thousands of years. So the way that a pendulum works is it can provide you with yes or no answers, and it works through our energy. So I'll kind of explain for those of you that are not familiar. We are spiritual, energetic beings, right? We have a spirit. That spirit is still fully connected with Source, God, the spirit realm, the non-physical realm, whatever you want to apply as your statement for that. That part of us is in full connection. What happens is we get out of alignment and out of connection with that part, which would be considered our higher self. So our higher self is that part of us that is still completely connected from an energetic, spiritual position. Okay, so when we use a pendulum, we can actually access that energy, and that energy is going to be transferred through the crystal in the pendulum energetically to provide us with a yes or no answer. We also can get maybes. So what I want you to do first is I'm going to show you, pendulums could be very, very different. This one is a clear quartz. It's something that came in like a kit that I'd gotten for chakras, and I didn't know anything about it until I saw a video, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. So I tested it, and I was really like blown away by it. So first thing I want you to do is, if you have any crystals in your house, any crystals, any gemstones, crystals, anything like this is amethyst. I want you to just take a moment and go grab one. I'll wait a second and explain to you why I'm saying that. I see that I have no one on live right now, but for those when you watch the replay and when I upload this on YouTube. So take a moment, go get a crystal. I'm not even kidding. Like, go get one right now. Go get a crystal. I'm waiting. You're going to want to get one before I tell you why you did that. All right. So hopefully you went and did that and went and got a crystal. I want you to take note of which hand you grabbed it with. Did you grab it with your left hand or with your right hand? So whichever hand you grabbed it with is your receiving hand. The receiving hand is going to be the one that we're going to test on. So I hope I've got this angled well enough that you guys can see. So my receiving hand is actually my left hand, even though I'm right-handed. My receiving hand is my left one. So think about your hand in like a little diagram, and you can actually, I took a Sharpie marker the first time I did it. You could draw a circle on your thumb, and then you're going to do a minus on your pointer finger, a plus on your middle finger, a minus on your ring finger, and a plus on your pinky finger. So our body has energy flowing through it constantly, okay? When we use something like a pendulum, it's going to respond to that energy. Did you see that? I had to hold really still. I didn't even want to talk. I always get self-conscious that I'm like trying to move it, but I was not moving. Maybe vibrating a little bit. You could see how first the crystal started vibrating because it was catching the energy from me. It was giving me a back and forth motion on this finger. This is a negative response for me. So you have to know the thumb is in neutral. It's going to go in a circle here. That would be a maybe. We're not sure. This puppy does not like giving me yeses. There she goes. Nope, that's not a yes. There we go. For me, I don't know what it is. There's something energetically with my body going on. For my yeses, it vibrates really hard. She will not swing much. I don't know why. I don't know enough about this to understand why that keeps happening. You should get for a positive, for me, a positive is this way. And for a negative, which is a no, is back and forth. So when I do the yes, for whatever reason, I'm trying to hold still. It's really hard to hold my arm up like this, though. It's funny because when I first started, she would like swing like crazy. And I'll tell you, I'll be honest. So I was asking questions that my angels and guides don't want me to know the answer to. And I actually had to get confirmation with this to say, is that why you're not swinging? And then I got a good yes. I was like, wow, that's interesting. So these things can get a little cheeky. I was hoping it would behave for me for this, for you guys, but I am going to try to use it. When you hold it, remember how I showed you this neutral, minus, plus? When you hold it, you need to make sure that those 3 fingers are on it so that you're giving it a neutral charge. So you've got to have all 3 on there to have them positive, negative, and neutral on it to give it a neutral charge so it's not picking up anything else. I wanted to do a little experiment with you guys. I'm hoping that she will not be so cheeky. I call her she. Maybe that's why she's being cheeky. Maybe it's a boy. I don't know. That's a whole nother thing. Crystals are conscious, actually. They actually have a consciousness. So, I don't know. Maybe that's why it's being cheeky. Anyway, so when we do this, you have to ask pretty clear, concise questions to get a yes or no answer. When you get a maybe, when it goes around in a circle, that's going to be because things are variable. So you could say, like say you're a realtor. I don't know why this just popped in my head because I'm not a realtor, but say you're a realtor and you say, am I going to sell a house today? It would most likely go around in a circle because there are so many different variables in that. Like it depends on, does the person at the bank answer to say, yes, we approve this? Does this like all these different things have to come into alignment. And there's also free will with other people. So questions like that, sorry, I just put the name of this back, probably are not great questions to ask, but I'm going to do a little experiment. So for those of you that don't know, I lost or I have misplaced, I cannot find one of my favorite yoga tops. I'm drinking my vegetable juice. And I really want to try to find it. And so I decided I'm going to use my pendulum, if it won't be too cheeky with me, to help me try to figure out where it might be. So I figured I would do that experiment with you guys and y'all could watch. I'm really kind of bummed that she wouldn't give a good yes. I probably should have asked her if she would cooperate. All right, so I'm gonna rest my elbow. I'm gonna see if I can angle this because I feel like when I hold it up, let me see here. My arm gets so shaky because I'm trying to hold still. Okay, so I've got my elbow rested and I've got my 3 fingers. So I'm gonna try to take the swing out of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna ask, it's already know what I'm asking. Is my yoga top in my house? Oh, y'all. No. Ugh. Okay. Is my yoga top at my parents' house? No. I'm worried it's lost forever. I really am. Okay. I'm being intentional. It knows what I'm talking about because it's my higher self that's answering, that's sending the answer down. So she knows what I'm talking about. It's not like I have to be like, is the one that's leopard printed with the multiple colors? Like, I don't have to do that. My higher self knows exactly what I'm referring to. I just have to ask a clear question so that I could get a yes or no. So, did I leave the yoga top at the yoga studio? I'm trying to let you guys see that I'm not moving. Okay. That would be a no. Okay. I really want to find this top and I'm so worried it's gone. Okay. Is it in my car? Is my yoga top in my car? You see this? No. I get great no's, but yeses, I don't know why. When I first started using it, the yeses were like swinging back and forth, and now they're like vibrating or like really small, and I'm like, what's going on with that? I don't know. I really don't. I've asked it if the pendulum is broken, and it says no. So I'm like, okay. All right. Did I leave my yoga top at the Y? So I used to wear it to go when my daughter did swim lessons at the Y, and I would wear it. It says no. Where could it be? I wish people were on here live. Help me, guys. Where could this top be? Ask. Does someone else now have possession of this yoga top? Now I'm getting a yes. Is it someone I know? No. Is it someone from the yoga studio? Oh, I think I left it there and somebody took it. Here comes the final question. Will I ever get it back? Boo. Should I just let it go and make room for more? That's a yes. I guess my yoga top is gone. Someone else is enjoying it now. I loved that one. It was my favorite. And I kept thinking, maybe I just misplaced it. Maybe I put it in the wrong place. Maybe I did this. Maybe I did that. But I guess maybe I had left it at the Y and someone, not at the Y, at the studio, and someone took it. Which is confusing to me because I asked if I had left it at the studio. And it said no. So I guess maybe I didn't leave it. I just, when I went to change or something, someone just snagged it or something, which is really kind of a bummer. Okay. Well, y'all got to see my experience with that, and learn the devastating news about my yoga top. It's a really cool, concept with this, with the pendulum. You can really get a lot of insight on a lot of different things. Just be careful. You can, like, I've gone into it asking stuff like you can get obsessed, and I think that that's why it stopped. Like, I think she realized that I was just trying to, like, not ask about certain things, because there are certain things that I'm really like, okay, tell me more about this. And it's like, seriously, it was like, I asked, I'm like, are you not allowed to answer this? And it was like, yes. And I said, is it something high vibrational that's keeping you from doing this? And it was like, yes. And I said, is it angels and my guides? Yes. And I'm like, why? But, you know, it's really important when we come into alignment with something, or when we get an answer, especially if it's an answer that we want, to not keep digging into it. Because when we start doing that, we're actually creating resistance. We're actually creating a lack of faith, which is getting us out of vibrational alignment of that thing. So say you're wanting, I don't want to use like, say you're wanting a pug. There we go. Like a specific breed of puppy, but you're like, I really don't want to go buy one because I want to rescue one. Like I want it to not be one that I have to buy. I want to be in a situation where I rescue it. Okay. So if you ask, you say, am I going to get a pug? And it says yes. And then you say, am I going to have to pay for it? And it says no. All you need to do at that point is stop and say, I'm getting a pug. I'm not going to have to pay for it. It's either going to be gifted because it's getting rehomed, something, who knows. All I know is that I'm getting one, and it's going to be in a way that it is in alignment with my spirit. And that's so exciting. I'm so excited. Like, I'm getting a pug. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. But if you start asking, like, am I going to find it through a rescue? Am I going to, like, Whole Foods sets up dogs outside. Will I find it there? Will I find, like, when you start doing that, I'm just going to tell you this, guys, because I know that that's why mine stopped swinging for me, because it was like, no, stop it. You're getting out of vibrational alignment. So when we want something and we say, okay, I trust and know and believe that I am the creator of my reality. I believe that God loves me. I believe that He wants me to have what I desire in my heart. Otherwise, He would not have put that desire in my heart. And He wants this to become fulfilled. So now I know that it's going to be fulfilled. So now I just have to stay in faith which means that I'm staying in vibrational alignment with this thing so that we connect. If I'm constantly asking, are you sure? Well, how's that going to be there? I don't see how that could come together. I don't know. Like, that is not being in faith. That's not believing. And you are getting out of vibrational alignment, and you will be moving away from that thing. That thing's not being taken away from you. If you want it, it's yours. But it's up to us to stay in vibrational alignment to keep moving towards it, instead of getting out of vibrational alignment and taking a few steps away from it and then going, oh yeah, I need to get, like, the faster we can get in vibrational alignment and just stay there and be like, yay, I'm getting a pug. Go, like, seriously, if that's what you want and you're thinking, I want a pug, I'm so excited, it said yes, that I'm not going to have to pay for one. It gave you that confirmation. You really shouldn't even have to ask it, because if you have the desire in your heart, the answer is yes anyway. But this is a great tool to just kind of, as we go through this journey, to connect and feel supported. Like, to know that we're being able to connect with our higher self, that we're building that relationship with them, and they can tell us, like, yes, honey, you want a pug. There's one waiting for you. Like, we've already put the order in. Now you just need to stay in vibrational alignment so that you can get it, so that you can receive it and be an allowance. So that's a really great tool for that. But if the desire is already there, it is for you. That is something that I have definitely gotten confirmation on. So it's really, really, really important to not use this tool as a means to take yourself out of alignment and off the path, because if you start nitpicking it and picking it apart, that's when you're going into a place of non-belief and you're getting out of vibrational alignment. And that was something that was a very strong message that I learned when I was using it on a certain topic that is important to me. So try not to do that. It's really, really, really great tool for, like, getting advice on something. Like, say someone invites you to go on a trip. You can ask, like, is going on this trip for my highest good? And it can tell you, like, if you're not sure, if you're trying to listen to your intuition, but you're like, gosh, I'm just not sure. It can help you. It can say, like, yes, it is. And and it can help you sift through that fear. Or it could say, no, it's not. And you can say, you know, I knew it just didn't feel right. I knew it didn't feel right. So it can really help you kind of hone in and tune up your intuition, which is really, really helpful in this journey to really be able to tap into that intuition. So it's a really cool tool, but just like any other tool, it's powerful and we don't want to abuse it. So make sure that you're just keeping it all in perspective and being respectful of that. You can get pendulums on Amazon or on Etsy. I would honestly recommend getting them off of Etsy, because people that sell them off Etsy are, like, practitioners. They're gonna know how to, like, cleanse the crystal before they send it to you. A lot of them, like, Reiki charge them or keep them charged. They keep them well done. They also know how to get in tune with them to help pick the right one for you. I don't want to make this all about crystals all of a sudden now, but I did learn a lot about crystals after watching a really cool video that someone shared with me, and it's fascinating. So fascinating how cool crystals are. So definitely trying to find someone who's a little bit more in tune with how crystals work and what they are. Sending you one and picking one for you would just be better, I think. I feel like you can really attune any of them to you, but if you're new to it, it would just be better to let someone help you in that process. So that was me with the pendulum. I'm sorry that maybe she'll do it now because she knows I wasn't trying to, like, sneak some. I seriously did that to her the other day. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I was like, okay, I finally got her to swing, and I was, like, asking all these, like, generic questions. Then all of a sudden I, like, went back and, like, did it, and she did swing for it, and then, like, just stopped and, like, started vibrating heavy, and I was like, I got one, I, like, snuck one in, and then I tried to ask anything else, and, like, she refused to swing. And I was like, what? It was crazy. So I think now maybe she has a little trust, so I'm going to see if she'll give me a good, that was better. So it's really cool. Like, we are negatively and positively charged. If you switched hands, it's going to be the opposite. I haven't even tried that. Well, let's see. It's harder for me to hold with this hand. It doesn't feel natural. I can't even hold it still. Yeah, so if I was holding with this hand, my yeses would be back and forth, and my no's would be side to side. So it is important to know which is your receiving hand and which would be the holding hand. And then you test it for yourself by marking like 0 for neutral. It's going to go in a circle. Minus on the 2 finger, plus on the middle finger, and then, you know, minus and plus again. So the easiest way to do it is just test, see what direction it goes. The minus on your finger is going to be whatever a no is. So a no for you could be back and forth, or it could be side to side. Everyone is different. We all have energy charging through us differently, and it's how the crystal and our higher self are trying to communicate with us. So that's how you do that. I hope that people watch this later and tell me, especially if you have a pendulum, or maybe if you've never used one, or if you decide to get one to try it, come back to this video and leave feedback, okay? I hope you guys have a great day. I'm looking forward to growing and learning more and more about this fantastical world that we're in, that now that we're all waking up to it. So I hope that you have a blessed day. I love you. I honor you. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.